Welcome back to the YouTube channel, guys. It's been a while, but anyway, today I'll be going over the supplements I use to gain more muscle in the gym. But before I start, I do want to emphasize that without having proper sleep, training, or a diet plan, these supplements won't do anything for you. So make sure before you start buying these that your training, sleep, and nutrition is on point. Otherwise, it's just going to be a huge waste of money because some of these supplements, they do cost a lot. So I would definitely recommend first getting the low-hanging fruit, as they say, and then only going to look for supplements. But yeah, let's get into it. The first supplement that I recommend to anyone pretty much is probably the most tried and tested supplement in the fitness industry. And it's in this mystery box. It's cocaine. No, I'm just kidding. It's creatine monohydrate. So yeah, it pretty much looks like some white powder. You can get it in different flavors, but it is the first product that I do, or supplement that I recommend to any lifter, because it has such a huge advantage and very little downside, maybe even none, because it's so tested. There have been like numerous studies on it. And they've never really found a drawback of the supplement. But yeah, creatine monohydrate in particular, because there are like probably 1,000 different creatine products on the market, but I would only recommend the monohydrate. It's probably the cheapest one, and it's the one that they use in all the studies. So if you're looking for a creatine supplement, just go with monohydrate and pick the flavor you like. But what creatine does for you, it pretty much just improves your body's ATP production. So your body produces more ATP when you're supplementing creatine. And what it does for you is it gives you more energy. So to put it in an example, when you're bench pressing, let's say 2 plates, normally for 8, and you start supplementing creatine, what will happen in most cases is that you will suddenly be able to do 2 plates for 9 or 10. So you'll be able to do more work with pretty much having the same body weight, just because there's more energy available through the creatine. So it's like an indirect effect. It pretty much just, it allows you to produce more ATP, and therefore you can do more work. There's also something else that creatine does for you that's less physical, more mental. It improves memory, attention, and overall cognitive performance. So this was only, I think, discovered more recently, but at least I do notice it, or it's placebo. It's one of the two, but anyway, it works. And when you take creatine consistently every day, 5 grams or 10, somewhere in between, I do feel like a mental boost with creatine. I can focus better, etc. So definitely also don't put the benefits aside. It's also nice to have, I would say, because there are pretty much no downside. I think the only fear people have with creatine is that it might make you bald, because there's one study, I think, with rugby players where they found that creatine increases DHT levels. And DHT, for people that don't know it, it's dihydrotestosterone. And it's pretty much the hormone that's responsible for balding in men, because what DHT does is you have your hair follicles and it miniaturizes it. So therefore you're going bald over time. But that's the only study that has found this effect, and they've tried to replicate it in subsequent studies. They haven't found a thing. So I wouldn't worry about it. Like, there are so many benefits to creatine, and only one study found this downside. So yeah, I would disregard it. But of course, if you're really afraid, of course, don't take it, because you might increase your stress levels just by taking creatine, and that's not worth it. So yeah, that's something you have to weigh out for yourself, the benefits versus the drawbacks. The number one supplement that I recommend to everyone is creatine monohydrate. The second supplement that I recommend to everyone is more a supplement for convenience. It's not like it's better than anything else, but it's just easy, and that's, I think you all know it, protein powder. I would recommend a whey or isolate, or if you're vegan or vegetarian, just use a vegan or vegetarian supplement or protein powder. Anyway, I recently bought a collagen protein powder, which is like way more expensive, and I just found out that it's way less effective for muscle building, and they aren't even sure that collagen protein actually improves your skin, hair, or nails because it gets denatured in your stomach, etc. So yeah, I would just stick to the ones that the bros have been using, whey isolate or other vegan or vegetarian options. Definitely, I wouldn't invest in a collagen protein powder because for now they haven't found any evidence that supports the premium that you pay for that kind of protein. But yeah, protein pretty much is just easy. It's a supplement. It's a powder. You can just put in a shaker bottle, put some water with it, and then it's done. You don't have to cook anything. That's pretty much the big reason why people take it. It doesn't have any magic to it. You could just think about it like it's blended chicken in a powder form. It's just very easy. You can take it with you. It can in most cases taste pretty nice as well. Although I don't really like the chemical taste of some protein powders. But yeah, this one is just mainly for convenience. That's the big reason why I included it in this list. Some people are very busy, myself included, sometimes in the week. So that's then an option that you can take. So yeah, that's why I would also include protein powder in this list. A third supplement that I use pretty much daily because I drink coffee daily, but I also have it in a pill form. It's caffeine. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody knows what caffeine does. It makes you more alert. It gives you more energy because it pretty much down-regulates the adenosine system in your body. But yeah, it's something I think almost everyone in the population uses or has used at some point. But again, if you're feeling a bit tired, you can use you can use caffeine. Although you do have to be wary of the half-life of caffeine. I've heard multiple things, but I think the half-life is somewhere between 5 and 7 hours. So it's just a long time. So what I would recommend to people when they take caffeine, just be wary about that, because of course in a coffee there's not that much caffeine, but if you take it in the pill form, it's 150 milligrams in here. The upper limit that's been established is 400 milligrams a day. That's like a hard upper limit. If you go above that, I would take a hard look into your nutrition, etc., because that's a lot of caffeine that you're consuming. If it's only once, I don't think it's that big of a deal, but if you do it like in the long term, you might run into some problems. I've seen some cases where people get heart palpitations. Just, I mean, try to limit the use. It's very useful, but I would be careful though that you don't overdo it. And also in some pre-workouts, they go up to like 300-400 milligrams, and that's your entire max dose for the day. So yeah, then be careful that you don't accidentally drink coffees, or green tea even has caffeine in it, although it's a very low dose. But yeah, caffeine is great for like your workouts in the gym, or if you're an endurance athlete, it's also a nice thing to have. And just, it also gives you a mental boost again if you combine this with creatine, or what I sometimes do. Wait a second. Is I actually have nicotine gum, which if you combine those three, man, you're gonna get some work done. It's a great combo. Again, also not for every day, but if you're short on time and you really need to get something done, these things have helped me in the past. But like again, I've probably said it a million times already, but be wary because they are stimulating supplements, so you don't want to be reliant on them. If you can't function without them anymore, then you do have a problem. So yeah, always keep that in the back of your mind. Then a last supplement that I also use is a fish oil. You can see here which one I use. It's Zenix with also 500 IEs of vitamin D. I also do supplement vitamin D on the side. In total, I get in between 4,000 and 5,000 IEs. Just a quick sidetrack. So vitamin D is also very helpful, especially if you're living, for example, in Belgium, where we rarely see the sun. Yeah, I think you do need it. A lot of people don't have sufficient vitamin D levels in their blood, so definitely keep it in mind. But anyway, back to the fish oils. Make sure, first and foremost, that it's IFOS certified. or any certification that pretty much says that it's not rancid, because there are a lot of very cheap fish oils on the markets which have just rancid fish oils in them, which is not nice if you put it in your body. So just pay the little bit of premium to make sure that the fish oils you're ingesting is actually of high quality. But that's just more a health supplement for me, because it again also improves brain function with the DHA. I'm sorry. But it also may lower inflammation in your body, which is also again a plus, because we put a lot of stress on our body when we're working out. And also what it also does is, or at least I've read that it also increases performance and recovery after a workout. So that's why I take it. Do I really feel the effects of it? I'm not quite sure. I'm just pretty much taking it as a precaution, because a lot of people that I follow and look up to also take it. I might be wrong completely on this supplement, but yeah, I think it is still something worth taking, because it's not like super expensive, and it might have a benefit. So yeah, that's one of the big reasons why I take this supplement. These are like I wouldn't really call them must-haves, because you don't need any of these supplements. You won't die if you don't take them, obviously. But there are also some honorable mentions that I want to tell you, and those are mainly pertaining to helping you sleep. And the first one is magnesium. I'm just a retard, and I bought the wrong thing, but you actually want to buy magnesium threonate, which you take, I think, 1 or 2 hours before you sleep, and it might actually help you fall asleep and stay asleep. I have bought magnesium bisglycinate tablets. Why? I have no idea. I was just stupid and bought those instead of the ones that I actually wanted to buy. But yeah, magnesium threonate, great product. I've heard great things about it. Then I also tried this one, the Pure Sport Unwind. It took ages to get to me, so if you're living in Belgium and you need to buy it from the UK, good luck, because customs will probably take it and keep it for like a month, and then they release it back because it's under the price tag where they can charge you money in order to get it. So it's just a huge hassle. But pretty much the main ingredient, or the main 2 ingredients are that why I actually bought this product is the ashwagandha in it. I actually bought ashwagandha separately as well now. It will probably arrive tomorrow. But L-theanine also a great product to improve your sleep. Also, sometimes people combine L-theanine with caffeine, because with caffeine sometimes you get a spike and then you drop, which is also why I recommend never consuming or ingesting caffeine right after you wake up. You want to at least wait an hour or 2 after waking up before you have your first coffee, before you have caffeine in a pill form or any other way, because your adrenaline system is very much going when you're waking up, and you want to first let that ride out and then only take your caffeine, so you have like a smooth wave of alertness, and you don't just spike and drop again after caffeine. I hope I said that right. Please correct me in the comments if I said something wrong. But I think that's what how it goes. And then a last one, and I take this because I have a deficiency in zinc, but I do take a zinc supplement, because it is important for testosterone and also hair and voice crack, for hair and skin and nails. So yeah, I would definitely recommend maybe just doing your bloods, doing a blood test and see where you are deficient, because I can tell you to take this supplement and this supplement and this supplement, but if you have no idea in what vitamin or minerals, that was the word I was looking for, if you are like deficient in any of these, then you should probably supplement them either with a supplement or with your diet, and you can check certain sources that have vitamins or minerals in it that you need, or that you're deficient in. For example, for me, I was also deficient in selenium. You can supplement selenium, or you can eat some Brazil nuts, and I chose to eat some Brazil nuts every day, and now my selenium is in range. So yeah, that's something you also need to just find out for yourself. How do you want to supplement your deficiency, as it were? But I think I went to everything that I use. So I mean, if you have any questions or other supplements that you recommend or that you have questions about, please leave them in the comments. I'll be happily researching them and maybe even incorporate them in my own supplement regime. But yeah, that was the video for today. Again, sorry that I wasn't really that consistent. I was on vacation 2 weeks to Mexico, and then I also started a new job in consulting, which is pretty hectic, pretty chaotic. I do work quite long hours, so I haven't really been that consistent because of those reasons. Although they are excuses as well. There were times where I just could have sat down and filmed the video, providing some value to you guys. But yeah, I try my best to at least upload once a week with some information or a training video. Or if you have any recommendations of what you would like to see, definitely just leave it in the comments or send me a DM I'm active on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. If you're a boomer, no, just kidding. But anyway, yeah, that was it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.